The Value-Added Producer Grant Program, or VAPG, began when the 2001 Farm Bill created an opportunity for $20 million per year in mandatory funding. VAPG provides grants to create or expand value-added producer-owned businesses and are awarded on a competitive basis. This program has been expanded and improved over the years with subsequent farm bills. Those who may receive a grant include individual independent agricultural producers, groups of independent producers, producer-controlled entities, organizations representing agricultural producers, and farmer or rancher cooperatives. The term value added includes an agricultural commodity or product that has undergone a change in physical state, was produced, marketed, or segregated, such as identity preserved or eco-labeling, in a manner that enhances its value or expands the customer base of the product and is aggregated and marketed as a locally produced food. There are two grant types, each with their own maximum dollar amount. Planning grants can total as much as $75,000, and working capital grants can total as much as $250,000. Planning grants are awarded for planning activities which can include conducting feasibility studies and developing business plans for processing and marketing the proposed value-added product. Working capital grants are awarded to encompass working capital expenses, such as processing costs, marketing and advertising expenses, and inventory and salary expenses. All funds are awarded with a matching funds requirement, meaning all grant funds must be matched on a one-to-one basis. Matching funds may be in the form of cash or eligible in-kind contributions. Up to 25% of the total project cost, or in other words, up to 50% of the match, may come from the farmer's own time and effort put into the project, referred to as sweat equity. The following types of works are the eligible expenses that the grant will cover. Commodity processing. This activity means increasing value by changing the commodity's physical state. Examples of this activity include the production of flour, cheese, wine, jam, oils, or yogurt. Marketing and advertising. This expense could include creating a website, packaging, labels, printing, farm signage, and booth rental space. Expenses you would need to establish a market for yourself. Salary. The VAPG will cover some of these expenses, such as salaries for hiring help, contractors, and so on. You cannot pay yourself or your family, but anyone else is eligible. Inventory. The grant will cover inventory expenses if you need to purchase additional quantities of product or other ingredients to achieve your value-added product. Examples of expenses that are not eligible to be covered by the VAPG include land, building, or expensive equipment purchases. If your work is eligible for the VAPG program, you can begin the application process. Please work with your local USDA Rural Development (RD) office during the application process to make sure the application goes smoothly. There are toolkits and other resources for you to check out during the application process. Once your application is submitted, proposals are reviewed for completeness and eligibility by state RD offices, who will then score the proposals. Applications are awarded points based on 6 scoring tiers, with the maximum number of points to award being 100. The 6 scoring tiers and points awarded per tier are as follows. The nature of proposed venture, worth up to 30 points. This includes technical feasibility, economic sustainability, demonstration of the potential for expanding customer base, expected increase in revenue returns, and so on. The qualifications of project personnel, worth up to 20 points. This includes credentials, education, experience of each person working on the project. If using consultants, they do not necessarily need to be identified beforehand, but the qualifications sought should be described. The commitments and support, worth up to 10 points. This includes support from producers, end-user buyers, and third-party contributors. It also includes contracts, letters of commitment, or letters of intent, if any. Cash and in-kind contributions should be detailed. The work plan and budget, worth up to 20 points. This includes a detailed description of all tasks and who will accomplish them. The budget should include a detailed breakdown of all estimated costs of project activities. Priority points, 0 or 5 points for priority category applicants, up to 5 additional points for qualified group applicant types. If the project is submitted by the operator of a small or medium-sized family farm, or a beginning, socially disadvantaged, or veteran farmer or rancher, or if the proposal is from a farm co-op or is a mid-tier value chain project, 5 points will be awarded. For group projects, up to 2 points will be awarded if the group has 50% membership from the statutory priority groups. 1 point if the group includes at least 2 statutory priority groups among its members, and 2 points if the project will increase the group's membership by at least 1 statutory priority category. Only farm co-ops, producer groups, or majority-controlled producer businesses are eligible for the full 10 points under this heading. Administrator points, worth up to 10 points. The USDA may award up to 10 points to an application to improve the geographic diversity, access to the program for those who have not previously received VAPG awards, or to support the key strategies of the Rural Prosperity Task Force. After the state office scores the application, it's sent to the national USDA office and then sent to at least 1 independent, non-federal reviewer to evaluate and score. That score is then averaged with the state office's score. After this, the priority points and administrator points are added to the averaged score. The review and scoring process will take approximately 4 months. Once completed, awards are announced to the applicants and the VAPG awards can begin to be distributed. If you receive a grant, you will be required to send regular financial and performance reports. Your financial assistance agreement will explain this process, and your local USDA office can help as well. If you'd like to see some examples of successful VAPG applicants, you can view video case studies from all over the country in our video library.